Hello and welcome to Acoustic Review. My name is Ben Morgan Brown and today I'm looking at an F35 Custom from Lowden Guitars. The 35 series allows players to select from a variety of options including neck profiles, wood combinations, bevels and cutaways, and so each guitar is unique. This particular example combines quadruple A grade Indian rosewood back and sides with a quadruple A grade Sinker redwood top. A 5-piece mahogany and rosewood neck is topped with an ebony fingerboard with a 650mm scale length and a nut width of 45mm. The headstock features matching bog oak front and back facings and gold Goto 510 tuners with ebony buttons, and the guitar body is bound with Tasmanian blackwood. The guitar ships in a custom Lowden case, and this particular guitar has an RRP of £6,050. So let's have another listen to the F35 Custom and then please join me afterwards for my thoughts. Opening the case on this guitar was a wonderful moment. Not only does the case feel as if it's protecting a valuable piece of art, but the guitar itself is gorgeous. The Sinker redwood top is beautiful in its rich earthy brown tones, and the Indian rosewood back and sides are some of the darkest I've ever seen. Wood grading can vary amongst builders, but when Lowden say this is quadruple A grade, you have to believe them. The rest of the guitar is as lovely. The binding is subtle yet attractive, and the ebony fingerboard and bog oak headstock facings are jet black. It's a stunning guitar. The build quality is also stunning. The fretwork is superb. Every single line and join is crisp and clear. It's a guitar that's been put together with razor sharp accuracy and attention to detail at every level. And when it comes to the guitar, there is nothing at all to fault. I do have one concern with the case though. Although it's clearly a solidly built and very protective case, the fact that the latches protrude past the top of the lid filled me with dread every time I took the guitar anywhere near it, as I feel they represented a very nasty ding just waiting to happen. Picking out the first few notes, I was struck by several things. Firstly, the clarity between the strings is exceptional. When playing chords or arpeggios, it seems to me that you can hear each individual note as its own entity, identifiable on its own, but also part of the whole. And secondly, the sustain is fantastic. What's even more impressive about the sustain is that it doesn't add any mud or mush to the tone. It's as if the guitar is voiced so that only the supporting parts of the tone lingers on. It also has incredible headroom, seemingly only getting bolder and bolder with a harder attack and never reaching the point where the tone collapses. To be honest, it is a guitar that I feel benefits from a strong attack, and there were times where I felt my playing style wasn't quite coaxing all the available tone from the guitar, but then I also believe it's an instrument that will loosen up with age and playing hours, and even in the short time I have spent with it, I felt that either that process was already happening, or that my playing technique adapted to bring out more of the potential. I'd have loved to have spent a bit more time with the guitar, or, to be frank, not be afraid to really dig in and see what it could deliver, but risking putting a scratch on a £6 guitar in the name of breaking it in is a little above my pay grade. From the player's position, there were times when I felt as if the low end was lacking, but from out front that was never the case. And if you're looking for a guitar to fill a room with sound, then you'll be away. For a more intimate feel, perhaps a different tone wood combination would suit, but that's the beauty of the 35 series, in that you can mix and match to an extent. Moving on to playability, well, the theme of excellence continues. The neck profile is exceptionally comfortable, helped by a silky smooth satin finish and immaculate fretwork, and the action is just right, low enough for comfort and high enough to avoid buzzing. The 45mm nut is lovely for fingerstyle playing, although fast lead line flat pickers may find this a little wide, but again, neck width is another option in the 35 series. So clearly £6,050 is a lot of money, and at this price point we're not really talking about value for money anymore. What we're considering is how much extra the higher grade or scarce woods adds over more basic models, whether the time spent in the factory perfecting things such as the headstock overlays, the fingerboard purflings, the use of Tasmanian blackwood for binding, etc. add costs. A standard F25 from Lowden's original series costs around £4,000, and whilst by no means built from inferior materials, one of those guitars won't have the high-grade woods featured on this model or the extra labour associated with some of the cosmetic upgrades. Now, for many people, the original model is more than good enough, but if you want access to some of the best materials available in the world, built by one of the most respected guitar companies that still use a lot of traditional hand-making techniques, well then I'm afraid you will end up paying for that privilege. And to make a nice link, having this guitar in my hands for a short period of time has been a privilege. On all measures, it's a spectacular guitar, from the materials to the build quality to the tone. It's a guitar that I could imagine building a long and fruitful relationship with, and whoever it is who ends up with it, well, they'll be a very happy person indeed. I hope you've enjoyed this video from Acoustic Review. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon to be kept up to date when we post new videos, and I look forward to seeing you next time.